Hey there, everybody. It's Athraburistan back here with some Frostpunk 2. This is the real story, not the prologue, not the abridged version anymore. So we gotta get serious because the prologue was pretty. Actually, you know what? Honestly, before we get going, this scenario is actually pretty easy too. The real challenge, however, is that you have to get to the end of it in a position that that sets you up for success in the next chapter because the city is persistent. It's not like old Frostpunk where you just went on to the next scenario and started over from scratch. So that's the real challenge. The getting through this scenario is pretty straightforward. The first thing we're going to do is collect some taxes. We're going to do these guys, New Londoners and the Frostlanders first, because we're about to do some recruitment for the stalwarts, which will potentially take away income from these two groups. Hello? So we're going to promote them. That allows us to mobilize enforcers, which we also want to do, which is 138. The first one was 800, so we just gained 938 members to tax. And then we're going to... Normally this is 79, so we're getting double. And then we want to build, because this is an easy thing to forget when you're wrapped up in where you want to do frost breaks and stuff. We want to get our city council going as quickly as possible so we can start passing laws that will help us. And then we start frost breaking. Got to get some coal. Got to get a couple of extra hexes for an extraction district here on the prefabs. I've tried and tried to not take prefabs early, and it just doesn't seem to work out very well. You're floating along just fine until you realize that you don't have any prefabs, because they go really fast. Most of these things cost 200. Oh, not these. It's the buildings. These are 50 prefabs, but the buildings are 200 prefabs, which oh, what am I looking at? Why am I looking at hubs? Yeah, 200 prefabs. Okay, I wasn't going crazy. Why did I click on the hubs of all things? So let's get some food going. And yes, we could just build one food district with all three of these nodes in it. But the thing about districts is they have the same output no matter how much they're sitting on top of. No matter how many nodes you put within. It doesn't increase the output of the district, it just increases the amount of time that you get to harvest it for. So what we need is actually more food, not less food for longer. Also, adjacency bonuses are the most important thing, I think, probably in the entire game. Because if you don't get the adjacency bonuses, you just can't cope with the heat requirements. Okay, now, this is the part where you save scum. If you're save scumming, this is the part where you do that. Because, the frost breaking is so strategic. Alright, let's see. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like so. There are more efficient ways to do this in terms of getting... What we're aiming for is this out here. We need to get a logistics district up and going. Oh, excuse me. But it's also very easy to drop hexes, meaning not claiming hexes that you need to claim, or to claim extra hexes that you don't actually need. So we're going to take it slow, and we're just going to work our way out from the wall here. And what we want to do is make sure that all of our extra hexes end up where we want them. Okay, so we'll start with 2 frost breaks there. And then we'll just go There's a lot to do and a lot to talk about here in the first day or two. I guess first week or two, the first few weeks. Maybe the first dozen weeks are very, very busy, and then things really calm down. First of all, we have to get a low. We're definitely not here for the cutscenes, so if you want to see cutscenes, go watch somebody else's video, because that's not what we do here. We're going to go for the New Londoners, because they usually have things that we want, like chemical additives. That's a great thing. And the way that this goes is roughly half of the hesitant people. It's going to split roughly 50-50 on every vote. So you just have to take half of the hesitant people and add that to how many for votes you have, and then that's going to be what you're roughly what you've got. Now we need coal, most importantly right now, or all of our people are just gonna die. So let's get coal up and running. And we don't particularly need the prefabs right at this exact moment, but we do want a heat adjacency bonus right at this exact moment. And having prefabs isn't a bad thing. Now we're going to go continue over here with our frost breaks. So we need to get... let's see here. We need that, those three. And that'll get us to the border from there. So let's turn our attention. Let's just take a couple hexes here. It's fine, because we can claim this from the middle. We need that hex. Okay, we can build a second housing district. Like so. That'll make sense, because here in a second we'll build this other extraction district as soon as this next frost break finishes. I like to think that I found a pretty reasonable start, but I honestly haven't done like any kind of deep dive into like the techs and the laws. I mean, they're fairly straightforward, but there's probably some hidden synergies there that I haven't looked for yet, and that kind of thing. When we come back and we do a proper challenge run, we'll discuss all of that. Quite frankly, I feel pressure, I guess. I feel that it's necessary to just get videos out at this point, because Frostpunk is fresh. And just gotta check and make sure our coal isn't finishing up on us without us noticing. Because it's fresh and people are actually gonna watch Frostpunk 2 videos right now, but... let's see, I don't think I want that hex, actually. Let's do this differently. Need this. I think we're just gonna shoot for the coast here, huh? Can't quite reach it though. We need 2 hexes freed. Okay, so let's start here. We just take those 2 hexes on the next frost break. Yeah, that's perfect. And uno mas. They make it so hard to see. I think we want... think we want this hex. I think pretty sure we need that. It's hard to see though because of the way it's all. Oh no, we don't. We need this one. Okay. Let's just go over here then. We will definitely need more hexes over in this area. We'll get to the whys of that in just a minute here. All right, now we need this extraction district online. Like so. Now the reason for all of this, as you can see now, we're inflicting 2 bars of this squalor, but 2 bars is not enough to actually collect the malice on that. So malice is M-A-L-U-S, not M-A-L-I-C-E. Malice is the opposite of a bonus for people who are not accustomed to the word. So we're not inflicting a malice on our housing district, but we are inflicting a heat bonus onto our industrial district, or not industrial, but our extraction district here. And so the point of that is it's this little cup shape that you make. You put 1 hex inside of it and it gives the heat bonus to the whole district. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, which is why we made this particular shape. And then of course we're going to swoop down here and get this bonus down here. Now this is plus 10 shelter, plus 20 heat if you get 3 hexes of your district. There is probably this. My original strategy was to expand here and to expand here, because this is the same bonuses out here, except over here there are 9 hexes that give that bonus, so you can actually build 3 housing districts. But the thing is that costs a lot of heat stamps in terms of getting out there via frost breaks. So we're not doing that. And then we need to wait for our other frost breaks for our next housing district. So I think the next important detail that's going to happen here is going to be our coal district finishing up here, as well as our housing district finishing. The expansion, rather, I should say. Generator district, turn that on. Now we're going to go here, build our research institute so we can get research going. I'm going to go over here, get our logistics district up and running. Like so. Get our last housing district built. Now we're going to do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We didn't need that hex. Oh well. 6.
The steward appreciates all your adoring letters and will answer.
Alright, that's research ready to go. What are all these annoying things? They haven't changed that. I tell you what, Frostpunk is still as trolly as it ever was. First thing we're going for is not coal mines. First thing we're going for is sawmills. Got to get that wood production up and running. It's pretty much the same idea as Frostpunk 1, except they've abstracted it out to materials. Alright, now we're looking to pass a law. No! What we're looking to do here is rush researchers. That doubles the speed of our research. We're very close to it. I'm not sure exactly, because the game doesn't give you precise information, but it halves the number of weeks that it takes, so I don't know what it does to the number of days specifically. Done out here? Not quite. Alright, now we're on the map. Let's go to the foothills first. We're going to get coal. Because we're not going for a coal mine super early, we've got to do something else to solve our heat problem, so we're going to drag coal in off the map.
Logistic district is now operational.
We're also going to
First
immediately expand
expeditions in
this.
search for fuel will be launching shortly.
Like so, again, making this little cup and only inflicting 2 hexes of malice upon our other district, so it doesn't actually pick up squalor there. But you can see, if we push 4 on our keyboard here, we don't have any heat problems yet, because of our adjacencies. Otherwise, we'd be. Oh, I guess we have one district here who only has a single adjacency and isn't quite taken care of yet. But that's pretty good, really. Now we're looking for this to finish 4 days. There we go. And we're not actually going to take that chemical. We're going to go with society, and we're going to go with the percentage of active workers. We need more people. I don't plan on bringing people into the city for a while here. Now, this isn't going to pass unless we do something about it, so let us negotiate. We'll negotiate with the Frostlanders, because that's only people we can negotiate with. I like expedition support. The problem with it is it's not going to pass without another promise, and that gets tough. So we're not going to try to do that right now. Gleaning harvester hangar. We don't actually need that. But we do need factories, so let's promise them some factories. And with our expedited research, that should be pretty easy to accomplish, even if we don't do it next, or even next.
The delegates have spoken. The law takes
There we go. Now we
effect.
get some extra workers. Pause for a second. Now we can talk about an industrial district. Okay, so that's our frozen forest. So the industrial district goes 1, 2, 3 to cup the frozen forest, and then 4, 5, 6 to help out our logistics district. Although, here's the thing about an industrial district, is that it's not particularly good until we have a factory, which is going to be at least 2 researches. But, oh, you know what? No, let's not do that. We're going to need labor force for our sawmill, which is halfway done. So let's put that labor into our sawmill instead. We can hold off on the industrial district just a little bit longer. Alright, now we've got our next 5 Frostland teams, so we can send them off to Frozen Bay. And now we're basically just watching timers. In the short run, anyway. Go faster. I'm still scared of speed 3. So we've got 36 weeks left to do this. Go and look at our research time. Our factories is 8 weeks. So what we actually want next is our coal mine. Not because we actually want the coal mine, it's just because this is a convenient place to get the research done. So we'll do that now. Also, if we wait too much longer, then we end up waiting on the coal
Don't
mine.
shield
So
your
just
apprentice
find that this
from
is
the
time to do
dangerous
that.
aspects of your job.
What do you
This
want? Generator is revered and respected. Yep, we still get these useless notifications that don't tell us anything, don't provide us with any information. They're just here to stop our gameplay. And if you don't click on it, it will actually eventually just pause your game and force you to click on it. So, yeah. 5 sick people have returned to work. Oh, we had sick people. Doing here 6 days. New law. Now we'll go for our food. Chemical additives. This is a safe one because it's going to pass without having to do anything. Oh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Anything that the Stalwarts and the New Londoners support is basically going to pass.
Hear ye. The
They very often vote as a block. New Londoners demands met. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? We have our sawmill ready to go. Jeez. Let's get that built. We also need to expand that district here, basically. Well, really, more like when we get a permanent heat decrease at this level. Okay, now we're going to go back to resources and pick up our factory. And once this is done, we can drop production down considerably. Minus 13 is fine for now. And that gives us enough people now to build our industrial district that we were after before. Is that the frozen forest is here, okay. Now that happens. This, incidentally, lasts for, I think, about 18 to 20 weeks. Maybe it's a little longer. It seems to last for 3 technologies and, like, a little bit. Oh. Awesome. That's our Frostland team done. So we want to go here. We're going to keep the prefabs. If you take the stored prefabs, which isn't, I mean, I think there's a valid strategy to be planned exclusively around this. The problem with this is that it then takes 20 Frostland teams to work this coal mine instead of 10. And I'm going to go out and just say that for me, and with this strategy, the Frostland teams are a more valuable resource than a one-time injection of prefabs. Yeah, that's the clincher, is that it's a one-time. So the black dots are where you can build, if it wasn't obvious. But it's going to take us 4 to get here no matter what I do. The thing that you can do is, can we zoom in? Yeah. So like our industrial district is on this side, which is also where this connection point is. If we were, or not industrial, but logistics, if we were to connect to this, I think, yeah, that's the other logistics district out there. If we were to build out this way, then our connection point would be on this side of the map, and it would be a much shorter route. But there's like no real reason to head out in this direction early. Everything we need is over here, and also what we need are adjacency bonuses, so. The lack of a law regulating funerals. I don't know why anybody would be worried about that. No one has died. We don't actually need funeral services. Alright, let's pause for a second. Now we are way, way, way under on goods, and we don't have any workforce. to make up for that. So let's go over here and take some workforce out of here, because we don't actually need all those prefabs. The other thing is, if we go here and we look at we have 45 weeks of production here, and we have 88 weeks of production here. Now that's going to go down when we put our coal mine in. But ideally, we want these districts to run out at roughly the same time, so that they can continue to provide heat bonuses to each other. Let's see, we're going to go here. Do more goods. Minus 39 is manageable for the moment. Not for very long. You might be thinking, well, it sounds like you just need more population stand, but the problem is that we have 13 heat stamps. Now, if we bring in more population, we have to feed them and we have to house them. So that means we have to build a housing district, we have to build another food district with 13 heat stamps. Not happening. So that's just a problem. Now we're going to send people out to the desolate coast because this is our objective. We need to get out there. We need to be as ready for that as possible when we get there as well. Oh, we've got a law on cooldown. That's not good. What do we want to go here? This is a freebie. Goods. Goods is a pretty good option. The reason this is a good option early is because, well, let's go out of here for a second. Frostlanders demands met. Okay, let's pause for a second because that was research as well. The reason goods are important is because of this. You look here, it says unmet demand for goods -4. So we're making, is that 5, 6, 6? Yeah, 6 heat stamps a week, and we're losing 4. So we could be making 10, almost double, if we could meet our goods demand. And in fact, this is a good time to demonstrate this, because if we switch this factory over to goods, we need to hit play for a second. Now we're making 8 per week. So we've just gotten a 2/3 increase in our income just off of that, which is pretty huge. Mandatory check-ins. I'm not such a fan. Not such a fan of mandatory check-ins. That sounds a little bit fascist to me. So we're not going to do that. What we do need to do is construct a coal mine. I think we'll wait until these guys finish their road. Oh, but we were passing laws. Right. Laws. So goods is a very strong choice. Basic necessities is also nice, because production efficiency and heat stamp income per capita, if we get paid essentials, that's very strong. Yeah, let's do that. Basic necessities, paid necessities, that's going to pass without us having to do anything as well, so that's kind of a plus. Let us see though if we can pick up something easy. We just lost a bunch of favor with the New Londoners and the stalwarts, so maybe we can do something. Mass-produced goods, grant agenda, city development effort. Yeah, let's do mass-produced goods. That can be our next law.
The proposed law has been approved.
That helps tremendously with our materials production. Now we're only at a very small deficit. Alright, Still waiting for our
a
Frostland
new
teams
law
to finish
is
up
in
their
effect.
Oh, research. Research. Oh, we don't have enough heat stamps to actually do research. That's the problem with expediting. With rushing your research. Now we're just wasting the rest of this ability, really. It's going to take several weeks to make up the funds that we need. Oh, that's our road done. So we can turn this down to like the bare minimum, which still gives us plenty of coal surplus, totally fixes our deficit on goods, and gives us enough workforce. Ooh, almost enough workforce anyway. Let's go back over here. Go back to running that deficit for just a little bit here. And then we need to build a coal mine. But looks like we don't actually have 80 heat stamps to do it. So that's what we're going to be saving for. Not research. We need that coal mine up. We also have a factory to build, which if we look, takes 180 heat stamps. Woo! That's rough. Okay, there's our dust coal mine. Now, shortly, fuel for the future. Shortly, we will be able to tax again, which we really need because we have to build a whole new settlement, as well as a trail to that settlement. So we just have to wait for the cooldown on the stealing money ability. Now, we've got enough to do research, which I think we should probably start up again. Question is what? Filtration towers? Housing insulation. That would save us a lot of resources, and by extension, manpower. Is that the choice? Filtration towers we're going to need as well. Worker shifts is powerful. Oh no, okay, yeah, we need logistics bay. Yeah, we need that right away. Get extra Frostland teams because it takes 20 to build our new settlement, and we just don't have that. We'd have to turn our coal off in order to do it, and I don't think we can afford that. I mean, if we absolutely had to, theoretically, yeah, we probably could. Okay, let's go. Mass-produced goods, easy pass. I'm not even gonna dicker around with anything. Just gonna vote. It's fairly easy to get yourself into a corner where you can't pass laws because you've made promises. Because as you've seen, a lot of these laws just won't pass. So if you promise the wrong law and you also have other outstanding promises, then you're just not going to be able to do it, and then you end up falling into a hole where nobody likes you. We have a little extra labor here. Let's up our goods production again. The council has inspired people to suggest new ideas. Get a fourth faction. Super cool. Because we have to try to keep all these people happy somehow. Ceremonial funerals.
Delegates will be joining the next council session.
Now, let's take a look at our cooldowns here.
Stewart.
1 week, 5 days. It's basically once a year. Alright, there's our Frostland team. Back from the desolate coast. We're gonna go and we're gonna get what, these? And these? Yeah. So that'll give us 5 cores. We can't really do anything else with our 10 people right at the moment. Well, I mean, we can check out the approach or one of these other places. But this is a fine thing to do. It doesn't take long to bring those things back. There's one back. I like that they have this little tracker here now. It shows you your teams out there.
A new model
It's
is
kind of
safer
fantastic.
than a repurposed one.
Alright, that's all of our people back, so let's go scout this out. We found the oil. Maybe we don't go here. So I think we can build this road with only 10 people. Let's cancel that expedition and see that. See if we can do that. Connect path. Yeah, this only takes 10 people. Do we have enough? Let's see. Let's find out. Oh, we can't go through a territory we haven't explored yet. Is that it? Okay, we can make it. Awesome. And we're out of heat stamps. But it's week 53. So let us go and make money.
Stewart.
This will make everyone mad. But they'll get over it, I'm sure. Oh, we can promote them in the council. What's their special ability? Deploy guides. Definitely do that. Don't have enough relation. Exploration time is extremely decreased. You know, I'm not going to take money from them. Let's try to get them up a little bit so we can use that ability. We also can't mobilize any enforcers here, which I would very much like to do. So we're going to wait to take money from them as well and see if we can do something to bring these guys back into happy places. Let's see what happens if we make them a promise. Promise to research dutiful youth, all due maintenance, or weather adjusted shifts. It's all research. Do we have the time to research any of that? Problem is, I don't actually like any of these. Okay, we'll give you dutiful youth. And what about you guys?
Stewart.
They want liberated youth. I want dutiful youth. Let's do unproductive due maintenance. Because yes. Alright, that means our next 2 laws are locked in. I mean, our next 2 researches are locked in. Though it doesn't say we have to pass these laws, it just says we have to research them. So maybe we get away with that. Try not to spend all of this money immediately. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I lied. We need a factory, which means we need a bunch of people that can build a factory. We're going to take them out of here for now. Just going to cut into our heat stamp income. Ooh, that doesn't get us there, does it? Oh, it does. Only 400 workforce required for that. Okay. Excuse me, I've got a serious frog in my throat. Our city has expanded. Which means we are sucking for food and housing. Yeah, we've got to build more housing. Food, I think we're okay with for a little while. Housing district in there. It's going to be cold there. We don't have any adjacency bonuses or anything like that. City grows, yes. Rowdy funerals. Okay. We have a law right now. We'll just do that. Harvesting funerals or ceremonial? I want harvesting because research speed. Disease is slightly increased, but we can offset that with other things. And we can pass this without any promises, because we've already got outstanding promises. Too many to pass another law, or to make another promise.
The measure passes.
So that'll help with research. That's fantastic. Am I paused? I'm paused. The game doesn't move very fast when you pause. Trust rises. That's fantastic. Okay, pause for a second. These guys, I think, are happy enough that we can mobilize some enforcers, and then we can tax them. That's glorious. Our Frostland teams are back. They've probably been back. So we'll have them go explore the approach. While we wait for this research to finish, Vanguard Logistics Bay. Because that's what we need to build next. Could also potentially build a second research institute. But we don't have really the manpower or the resources to make that happen. It seems like we do, but we don't. City? We want Deweyful Youth. So 12 weeks, 8 weeks seems like it's 2/3. So not quite, it's not quite half. Oh, but 12 weeks is a reduced time, right. I think 16 weeks is the base time. Oh, wait. We need to actually build that. Yeah, we're not going to get very far without it.
Terminal patients are encouraged to maintain a healthy diet. Chances of a successful transplant depend on it.
Alright, that gives us 20 Frost teams. Frostland teams. Now we're going to kick ourselves in the nuts by sending 3,000 of our people out here. And what will happen oftentimes is now all of our workplaces... Oh no, they didn't do it. Sometimes what happens is they'll take people out of here and then you don't actually have the Frostland teams to build the thing. Now, we're still okay. We're actually, that helped us, it looks like. We're running a surplus on everything. Now, this is starting to run out. We've got 12 weeks there. 29 weeks there. So let us expand this district and pick up one more hex of production, of resources rather. Now this is also the sign that we need to start frost breaking out to another supply. Oh, we don't have the manpower to frost break right now. Let's go. And you can see the little indicator that we're out of resources went away immediately. Because even though the expansion isn't done, you reap the rewards immediately, which is nice. Deposits run low. So we can lay explosives and we can gain 10% coal deposits. 10% coal in all deposits on the map. And that improves relationship with the New Londoners and the Stalwarts. Or we can increase relationships with the Frostlanders and the Pilgrims and get 15% coal to all deposits. I mean, 15%, but on the other hand, we're in really bad relations with the New Londoners, so this would help us out there. Avoid all risks. Coal deposits will remain at current levels. For some reason, I've never really considered this to be an option. But I would rather have favor with someone. Let's do this. Yeah, that was a good call, I think. I'm happy with that. We have plus 32 housing right now. Let's just take people out of that entirely. Yeah. That actually gives us some workers back, but I don't know what we would do with them. See, dang it, they snuck it in on me. We weren't building that whole time. We had just a tiny bit done and then they stopped. Or they're on their way there. Oh no, it is building. Dang it. That sucks. Well, be warned. That can happen. We also need to start thinking now that oh no, we don't have any workforce. No workforce. We're gonna go get some people though here pretty soon because that took us below what we even started with.
The Pilgrims offer their services as guides to all travelers. They will share their knowledge of Frostland lore.
Favorable or better relations. You know what? We have a lot of trust right now, so let us research again. Should go ridiculous fast now. It hammers trust pretty hard, but I mean, trust is a resource. We've learned this in Frostpunk 1, right? Like, if people aren't mad at you, you're not trying hard enough. Alright, the approach has been explored. We want this coal. 5 Frostland teams, perfect. We're gonna take that coal. What are you? This is food, I think. We can mine whales. Or we can take the machines, which requires more people than we have. I think we might take the machines there, honestly. Alright, we want to go here. few people, because this is also a food resource. So we want to harvest that. That takes our remaining 5 Frostland teams. Or it will as soon as they get these people back. Oh, don't we? Pilgrim's demands met. Oh, they're going to force dutiful youth. That's fine. We need to negotiate to make that happen, though. So let's get the new Londoners on board. Vote for. This is pretty good. That sounds good to me. And that will get our law to pass, so let's take it. Yeah, whenever you research a new law, it automatically gets put on the agenda. You don't get to choose the next law. So now we're going to research whatever it was. Wait, what did we agree to? Unproductive do maintenance, right. That's city. Materials demand is significantly decreased. We like that. That makes our lives easier. We've got, and that's a glitch. That's a display bug. It's not a week. It's a very annoying display bug because when you're trying to figure out exactly what kind of time you have to get something done, and the game won't give you that information when it's clearly designed to, that's problematic. Okay, so this is the second event that we get. If we block off the air supply, a bunch of people die, but we save the deposit. If we evacuate the workers, the miners will be saved, but the deposit is actually 50% is misleading because it makes you think that it's 50% of the remaining coal. It is 50% of its original value. So if we choose this, we end up like negative 20,000 coal or something ridiculous. But I also don't want my people dead. Also, that district is almost done. So we're going to evacuate the workers. You can see we only had a couple of weeks left.
The temperatures will soon plummet.
I'm trying to show you something here. And you can see now negative 26,000 coal. That's how we know. So we will dismantle this district and very hastily frostbreak ourselves out so we can make a new one. That'll have to do. We'll figure it out. Because now we're running although our coal is stuffed because we brought back 50,000 off the map. So maybe we're not in a huge hurry to get that done. Now, the good time to come and look at this as well. Now we're losing 16 heat here because we no longer have the adjacency bonus of this other district. It's worth looking out here as well. We definitely have some heat costs out here that could be dealt with. But I'm not sure we have the resources to deal with it right at this moment. Weeks. 12 weeks, okay. Plenty of time. It only looks like we're running out of time. Oh, wait a minute. Jeez, we've got 2,000 citizens here. We need to adjust our labor levels for sure. I mean, 2,000 free workforce. Now, another reason that it's not necessarily a good thing to bring a bunch of people into your city is that there is free workforce out on the map. Quite a lot of it, actually. There's a couple, I found at least 2 areas where you pick up automatons, like, that give you, one of them was like 1,200 labor, not population, but straight up labor workforce, which is crazy powerful. Who else? You, because running a surplus on this stuff is not terrible. You, like, having a stockpile is a good thing, right? Alright, we're positive on everything now except coal, which we're running a significant deficit on coal because we don't have an actual coal production site in our settlement. So we'll work on that for sure. Alright, let's get an extraction district down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to leave that hex open. So I guess we go 6, and this can be 7, 8, 9. We still get all of that. Yeah, okay. We'll do that. That takes most of our remaining workforce. That's fine. Got 5 Frostpunk, Frostland teams. Are they not? Oh, okay. Let's have them go out here and do this. Oh no, we need 10 for that. Right. Alright, let's turn off this food for a moment. And we'll go and get this. I'm going to take the machines and get the 10% production efficiency, because that just seems too good. What are we doing out here? That is safe. The Howling Shore is dangerous. Frozen Ocean is dangerous. Okay. So we've got like one place that we can explore yet. It's very interesting that 11-bit has made the decision to continue with this, because like what they have is extremely difficult and compelling gameplay, and just like an intentionally bad interface.
Our beautiful youth are eager to help however
These are all, they have to be intentional, especially after Frostpunk 1 had the same problems. In fact, it seems to me that they've gone and made it worse. Intentionally. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I can't honestly say. Like the number of pop-ups and annoying distractions and like clicking on things in your map just dragging over to some random spot, or like remember in the old Frostpunk, if I put my camera here and I go out onto the Frostland and then I come back, right? Remember, you used to be able to position your camera and transition from one to the other and come back with your camera still in the same place. It's little things like that. They did it in the first game. They obviously know how. I have to assume that this is intentional. And that they just really want to annoy the crap out of us. Okay. There's our newest settlement on... did we not just research? Oh no, I researched the wrong one. Jeez, now we have to research this. Do we even have time? Theoretically we do, but probably not. Dang. That was dumb. Dang, if we don't get that in time, that means 30 weeks. I don't think that's accurate. All due maintenance is... I don't want that to pass, so we're just going to vote on it without any...
The noes have it.
Good. Get out of here. Alright, we need to go look at our new settlement. build some stuff here. I did not realize when playing the prologue that you can frostbreak from here. So that would change up the entire strategy being used. Yeah, that would change up everything. So we'll go and get the oil out here that's easily accessible. And we'll go out. Is there more oil? There's not easily accessible oil there. We could come down here. Not quite make it there, but that's okay. We're not expecting to pick that up right away anyway. So let's get those frost breaks done. Now we're getting extra prefabs from this area, so that's something to consider. We don't need to set anything up in our other settlement necessarily. There's no way to get the heat adjacency bonus there. We could have taken this hex with our frost break. That would have been smarter. Oh well. We'll be expanding that district anyway, I'm sure, so. That should be fine for now. Okay, let's get those districts built. Did we research it in time? It looks like we did. Just barely. Wow, that was a complete waste of time, but at least we got it. Now these guys are going to give us our guides now. And some money. Not very much, but we'll take it. And then we need new research. Heating. Wait, resources? Are we supposed to be researching something here? Worker shifts? We want machine-centric shifts. Let's take it. 6 weeks. Like it. Workforce requirements are decreased. That's a fantastic thing. We've got all of our Frostpunk teams back now. Our Frostland teams back now. Okay, so let's start this food back up. Send resources. Yeah, we'll just send it to New London. And we can go and we can look at the Frozen Sea. I thought we had one more place. The graveyard? Okay, yeah, graveyard. We'll go there. That's everything that we can explore safely right now without losing a bunch of people. So we're going to have to turn our attention to some different technology very soon.
Please give the right of way to Frostpunk.
Minus 98 coal, but the temperature's about to go up. We do probably need to get our coal mine rebuilt though, so let's just go ahead and do it. What do we need? More workforce. We're gonna have more workforce very soon. 273 weeks. We're still running a food surplus, so that's great because of the stuff we're getting off the map. In fact, speaking of food surpluses, let's +5 surplus there. We don't have any coal. Okay. Materials, there's no demand yet, but that'll happen soon enough, I'm sure. That'll be good for now. We'll just take care of our base needs out there.
Let's do it.
Get some food and whatnot running out there. Okay, these districts are almost done. Oh, we can do more frost breaks though, can't we? Yeah, we need to do that. We'll pick this up. We'll go in and we'll just get as much of this cleaned out as we can. Is that a claimable hex? No. We're going to have a housing district coming out of here, so I'm thinking we want to maybe make that the last bit of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So we'll make a little section here where we can cup the housing district and get a heat bonus off of it. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to get adjacency bonuses. Everything is so spread out, and like this chasm is so narrow. I'm not sure we get any adjacency bonuses on our housing. I'm sure there's got to be a way. They always give you a solution, right? Okay, there's that done. We're making some oil now, +72. That's not enough to satisfy the wind condition for the scenario, though. So we need to get another one up and running once this frost break is done. The alternative is we could research pump jacks and build a pump jack, but I think it's going to be faster to just build the district. Let's start another frost break first thing. 1, 2. Take every hex we can get in here. I think we can manage an adjacency right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think that's our only real option. Or potentially maybe right here. Maybe. What's going on over here? Why is this red? I don't see any problems. A week and a day, huh? Alright, unproductive due maintenance. We're going to have to negotiate on this one. Let's see what we can get out of the Frostlanders. I don't want any of that stuff. Like, really don't want any of that stuff. I mean, it's not that we don't want it. It's all good stuff. We just don't want it now. Chemical hothouse, synthetic composites, calibrated goods factory. I mean, of all of our options, that's the thing that I would like the most, I guess. So calibrated goods factory it is.
The votes are in. The measure
Still barely passed. Well, I guess 58 isn't barely. But yeah, it didn't pass by a lot. Let's go back over here and see what we're doing. We got all those frost breaks done. Let's put some housing in before our people die. Oh, we didn't get them all done, did we? Jeez. more Frostbreak to get the rest of the housing. And then let's get an extraction district put in. Ooh, we don't have enough workforce. Only just barely don't have enough workforce. That'll do it. That's going to run out pretty fast anyway, so there's no reason to put a bunch of people in it. Extraction district. 1. Is that hex not claimed? Did I somehow miss that hex? Are we even going to be able to expand into that? I'm not sure, honestly. But we'll figure it out. Alright, let's stick around here for a minute, get this Frostbreak done. We need to get this housing built or we're going to have problems. Oh, you know what, too? Jeez. Maybe turning the generator on would help. Keep our people a little bit warmer. Okay, well, at least we get good heat bonuses for being down here. Okay, that should all resolve itself. We have research to do, don't we? Goods factories. Question is that the thing we want to research right now? That's our promise. I kind of think we need Scouts headquarters. Exploration time is decreased. Territory threat level is decreased. That allows us to explore all those areas that were marked dangerous. So let's do that. Let's go check in over here. And then we'll do calibrated goods next. Hey, we've expanded. Let's check out our labor. Because problems. Okay, so we don't need to go that extreme on the food. Yeah, perfect. As that keeps these districts around longer, we're going to have to expand our food production fairly soon, but not just yet. What else do we need? More housing, probably? I don't think anybody's in here. That should be all the housing we really need. We can top this thing off again. Did we build our coal mine? We did not. Let's build our coal mine. We'll need that because this temperature drop is permanent and we're going to be hard pressed. Okay, we're waiting for this extraction district to finish down here, which it has done. Now we need to go and exchange some more goods. We need 75 oil. So, yeah, 80's fine. We just randomly clicked on that. We need a lot more goods. We'll do that. We need, materials rather. I would rather that our main colony be filled there. So that's looking pretty good. And that'll win us the scenario. That's game over. Any minute now. There we go. Alright, well, only one real snafu in researching the wrong technology. So there's that. But not bad, not bad, not bad. Pretty much one and done straight through. Feel pretty good about that. I'm going to try to get the second one. It took me way longer to make this one than I anticipated, just due to various circumstances, changing strategies, a little bit of life going on. Let's see, let's make this choice here. I want to go with, uses any fuel. That seems like the better option to me, especially since we have so much coal. Like, if we just go straight to oil, then what are we doing? So we'll make this decision. I'll be back in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you leave me a like.